Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your tarot reading today. This particular reading is for the sign of Libra, and I'll be using what is called the Talisman spread, which is from another oracle deck of mine, and it's not the one that I'm currently using, just so you know. Alright, so let's get started. In the position of your subconscious feelings here, we have trust your wisdom, which speaks to essentially trusting your intuition, because that is your inner wisdom, right? We all have the answers to the questions and things that we seek inside of us. It's just a matter of connecting with ourselves deep enough to be able to find them, right? Because that's like your connection to yourself is your connection to the universe. So the deeper you can connect to yourself, the deeper you could connect to the universe and the secrets, essentially, that it holds. But there won't be secrets anymore, because then you'll have access, But this also speaks to, pursuing something that deep down, you should be pursuing. It is something that is essentially meant for you. And it requires you to trust your wisdom, which makes a lot of sense. Why, to further clarify that, we have the Tower. I feel like once you realize, what it is, essentially, that you should be pursuing, and once you start pursuing it, that's going to cause this sort of Tower moment. Now, the Tower isn't nearly as, terrifying as a lot of people make it seem, right? The Tower is essentially a shakeup in your life, a big change. It may not be enjoyable, but it's also not horrible. It is always meant for your highest good. It is meant to bring you to where you want to be. It could be a course redirection, right? If you're not on the right path, there's going to be a Tower moment that's going to bring you to the right path, or at least, show you a different road to where it is you're actually supposed to be going. Now, again, it may be a bit intense, but that is, it's happening for you, not to you, Now, in the position of your possibilities and or obstacles, we have keep the faith. Yeah, I get the feeling that you were pursuing something, but it didn't happen, right? It didn't come to full fulfillment. And that may have discouraged you, right? But you have to keep pursuing it, okay? Because you can't just, go after something, and then when you knock on the door, nobody opens it, nothing opens, and then you just give up. That's not how you get what you want, right? You need to keep pursuing it. You need to have the faith that something is going to happen, a door is going to open. You're a lot more times than not, you're not going to get something the first time you go for it. That's just how the universe works, because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about, on the journey to something that you want, there's going to be much growth, especially if it is something that is meant for you, right? On any path that is meant for you, there will be growth, whether inner, outer, mentally, all that good stuff, spiritually. Everything that is meant for you is meant to help you to grow in the right direction. Now, to further clarify that, we have the Six of Swords, right? Something didn't happen the first time, so now you feel like you need to move on to something else. But what you need to do is to stay focused and pursue it, right? You need to move on to the next plan of action. My words just failed me. For pursuing said person or thing, because it doesn't have to be a creative thing. This could also be a person, somebody that you feel is meant for you, and maybe you made a move and they denied you, and that's all right. So now you go back to the drawing board, you try to figure things out, right? And you move on to a new way of doing things. Excuse me. Now in the position of your best course of action. That's no surprise. Study to know yourself. God, I love the colors and the art in this deck. Now, this is quite literal, right? This is a sign that you need to do some inner work. You need to get to know yourself better. Because likely this is a part of the reason that that door did not open. You need to do further work on yourself. You need to get to know yourself better, right? There is so much, right? The human soul is very vast, okay? There is so much to get to know about yourself. There is so much that you are capable of. You just need to dig deep and, you know, learn all you can about yourself so that you know how to move, where to move to, like, and that's maybe not like literally move, like move house, but you know, how it is, like how you most optimally operate, in what conditions, right? What actions, what words, what things work best with you so that you can work at your most optimal, right? That's how you ensure success. Right, now to further clarify that, we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, because there are so many different possibilities out there for you, right? You just have to get to know yourself better so that you can figure out which one is for you, because this card can also represent illusions, right? And, you know, one way to get past an illusion is to really, you know, understand everything. And once you understand yourself, you know, you'll be able to better see that which is and is not for you, because your intuition will be strong, right? And that is essentially, especially with trust your wisdom, right? That is what's going to guide you, excuse me, on your path. Now in the position of the outside forces, we have embrace friendship. Yeah, you know, I feel like the deeper you get to know yourself, the deeper you can get to know the people that you encounter, the people around you. And I feel like you're being asked to like lean on your friends at this time. And that could, you know, yeah, you know, your friends, your family, they're human, but animals are also friends and family. And honestly, I feel like animals know a lot more than us humans do most of the time. So I feel like, you know, you can learn a lot from spending time with them. And to further clarify that, hello, we have the Hierophant. Yeah, like I said, I feel like there's a lot that you can learn here from your friends, from your family, from your pets even. And they don't even need to be your pets. Maybe you go out into the woods, into nature, right? And you come across some animals randomly. And in that moment, right, they could be sent to you to bring you a message, to show you a sign. You just have to be aware enough to connect with them on that level. Now, in the positions of your surroundings and family, we have ask for help. Yeah, like I said, you know, I feel like at this time you're being asked to really lean on your family, friends, even pets. Like, their words don't have to be spoken. Okay, I feel like when we're connected to animals, we have a more telepathic connection to them. But regardless, you know, this ask for help card, right? It's like, in today's society, right, asking for help is viewed upon as being weak, all right? But really, to be vulnerable enough to confide in somebody, to ask them for assistance in something, that is true strength, right? You have to, like, in order to really connect, you have to be vulnerable, right? You have to really be able to feel like, you know, is somebody really there for you if you don't feel like you can ask them for help? You know what I mean? To further clarify that, here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, I feel like asking people for help is going to help you plan your way forward here on your journey. It's going to help you, like it's a lot of people think, again, and this is another societal thing, right? People are made to feel like they have to do things themselves. You have to be more independent. You can't have the help of other people, or again, that makes you weak, right? But really being able to rely on others, having that strength and that vulnerability is what makes you strong. That's what's going to help you to succeed and truly move forward. All right, now in the position of your driving force here, we have Dream Wide Awake. Yeah, you see, this card talks to, sort of, it's like daydreaming, right? You're understanding now, once you connect with yourself and you connect with those around you, you start to realize, your actual dreams. You get rid of the illusion, right, of what maybe you're told growing up, right? Because a lot of the times our parents try to make us their mini-me's, and they try to live vicariously through us. So they will try to raise us to pursue what it is they feel like they didn't get the chance to. And that will give us a false idea of maybe what our calling is, what we should really be doing with our lives. And I feel like, as you get to know yourself better and the people around you, you start to realize, what your dreams actually are. You get rid of the illusion of, the conditioning that you went through growing up, and the conditioning of even the people around you that, friends you meet. They may want you to pursue something that they pursue, or they are currently pursuing, just because they would like a partner in that. But that's not truly meant for you. That may not be your path. So you need to get to know yourself deeper so that you can understand what your actual dreams are, so you can then pursue them. And I feel like this card is speaking to your realization of such things. And that's what's really once you realize what's for you and you feel that deep within your soul, that's going to drive you to pursue it. To further clarify that, hell yeah, you see we have the Star. Because you went through some sort of healing here. You really, you are really on a different level. Once you get to this point, right, you're going to be on a whole different level here, where this could even speak to, honestly, maybe having your own practice. Maybe you're pursuing something spiritual. Maybe you're being called towards a particular spiritual practice. Maybe you're being called to create a sort of spiritual habit. I'm trying to think of the right word, because maybe some sort of ritual of sorts. Because for example, okay, a part of my schedule of sorts is, I wake up, I go to the bathroom, I take my vitamins, I go out to the backyard, I check the garden, then I come inside, and then I start to set up and do my readings, right? And doing my readings are my spiritual practice. They help me to connect with myself and connect with the universe at the same time, right? It also furthers my knowledge in tarot, in reading oracle cards, in reading energy in general, right? And I feel like you may be called to a particular spiritual practice that will further your knowledge of self. And that may be what helps you to realize what your actual dreams are. Now, lastly, in the position of your future outcome, we have guidance is golden. Yeah, you see, I feel like here, there's a lot on understanding, who or what to go to for guidance in any given situation. And I feel like, that's something that's a lesson that you're learning here, right? And I feel like with guidance is golden, you're understanding that, going to the right people, like instead of maybe just going to a friend whose opinion you you hold highly, you may instead want to go to somebody who is a master in whatever subject it is that you are inquiring about, whatever it is you need guidance on, you know, which makes a lot of sense why this Hierophant came out when it came for embracing friendship. You know, you could need to, like, if it's something spiritual, you know, you would want to find someone in the Hierophant energy to get guidance on your spiritual path. You know, you really want to go to somebody with a lot of experience and knowledge in what it is you're inquiring about, as opposed to going to just a friend or, you know, family member, somebody you trust. And I feel like that's a part of something that you're starting to understand. And I mean, this could also be a part of your path to become that person that somebody would go to in such a situation. And to further clarify that, we have the Sun. Yeah, because you see, well, first off, let's just talk about how, you know, guidance is golden, and then we have both the Sun and the Gong. That is kind of gold. Well, no, let's not talk about the Gong. That was a mistake. That's more like bronze or copper. But, you know, you have the Sun, and you see this individual looking up directly at the Sun, you know, and it's like they're looking there for guidance. You know, they, like, how do I put this? It's like, you know, you're looking to the universe essentially for guidance here, right? Because you're starting to understand, you know, the things that truly fill you up, the things that truly bring you joy and happiness, and now you're looking to the universe for guidance on how to, you know, move forward with, or how to pursue such things. Maybe you want to make like a business out of them, you know, if you do something creative, right? But at the bottom of the deck here, we have practice tenderness, which is telling me that, you know, you're really, throughout this process, right, at this time, you're being asked to be gentle with yourself, right? To give yourself grace, as well as those around you, because this doesn't just speak to yourself, right? It's practice tenderness. It doesn't say practice tenderness with yourself, right? So you're being asked to really, you know, it's like, in a sense, as you learn how to give yourself grace, you learn how to give others grace, right? And that helps you to really, again, connect with others on a whole different level. And then under that, we have take the opportunity. So I definitely get that there is something coming towards you. And I feel like that's what this path is sort of like readying you for, in a sense. It's like the universe has been or will be training you, right, for whatever this is, whatever this opportunity is that is coming towards you. All right, Libra. These are the messages that I have for you today, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.